St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner. Stay tuned to see how I get this look. Happy Monday. Well, we are just a week away from St. Patrick's Day. And so today I thought I would do a fun green eyeshadow look. Plus I have one or two new products to try. Some are new to me products to try. And then some are just standards in my makeup routine. So let's get started. And today we're going to start with the brows. And I'm going to try the new e.l.f. waterproof eyebrow pencil. I had this in, I believe it was gray, and it was like blue gray. So it was very, very, very gray, which wasn't great for my eyes. So I thought I picked up the color taupe. We'll see how this works. It seems a little warm to me, but we'll give it a try. And then I have the new L'Oreal True Match Concealer, Serum Concealer. I'm going to try. I have not tried this CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation, so we're going to give this a try. And I have a new green liquid eyeliner that is by Maybelline. It's the Master Precise line, which I love this in black. That is my ride or die. And so we're going to give this a try with my green look. And let's get started. So we are going to start with the eyebrows, and I will start with this. Go ahead and turn on my light, maybe bring you guys in just a little bit, and go ahead and get this on. Let's spoolie it up here. Now I know with trying it in the gray, I did like the hold, how it held up. Oh, well, that's maybe not too bad. It's still a little warmer than I like, but it's not terrible. I like with a taupe for it to be a little more on the cooler side than the warmer side, but this is not bad. It's really not going to give you those hair-like strokes, though. It's more of a, because it's a bigger tip, it's a little harder to get those precise brows, or the feather effect brows, but this is good for filling it in. I'm liking it. But I do like how the Maybelline Build-A-Brow, the feather-like strokes you could get with that to look like hair strokes is really, really nice. But this is really nice too. For the days that you want kind of those 2016 brows. And I like something a little darker or a little cooler because I have this like little gap to fill in down there from when I had microblading, and I lost some hair in that area. And so, I mean, this is doing a really nice job. This color is much better on me than the gray was. So I'm really happy with that. And this is $4. So worth it. Absolutely. I think it's worth it. So here's what the eyebrows look like. And then I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Gel. I have used this once or twice before, and I really like the hold. It's not super crunchy, but it does really give a nice hold to the eyebrows and keeps them up in place. Mine tend to fall, so I like how it holds. So at the end of the month, I'm going to do a speed review and I will go through a lot of the new products, tell you how it's been since I've been wearing them. I've been wearing several of the foundations that I've tried out in rotation to really gather some thoughts on that. So be on the lookout for that at the end of March. And so let's go ahead and talk about this True Match Concealer. And let me go ahead and read you the claims for what it says it does. For an instantly brightened and even under eye area, skincare plus makeup in one swipe. Multi-purpose concealer can also be used for highlighting and contouring. Dermatologist tested, suitable for sensitive skin. That's good. Neutralizes dark circles, depuffs eye bags, helps iron out fine lines with unique applicator. Okay, looking forward to seeing what this applicator looks like. Corrects like a concealer, hydrates like an eye serum. Available in various skin-like shades. And I will say that this True Match line has a really, really decent amount of shades. The features: fragrance-free, paraben-free, non-comedogenic, easy to use flat tip iron applicator, provides coverage in just one swipe, and then is infused with 1.5% of hyaluronic acid plus caffeine. So those are some pretty great claims. So let's go ahead and see now. I thought I was picking this up. It's light medium C3, which I thought was cool, but this is looking a little bit warm for me. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's the doe foot applicator. Let's see this color. Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty yellow for me. You can see that. But let's go ahead and give it a try. So one swipe. Obviously, I'm not going to do one big swipe across my eye, but we are going to test the coverage here. Put a little bit there, put a little bit out here, here, and here. I mean, I like the applicator. It's a nice shape. This actually feels fairly cooling on the eye, which I'm guessing that's probably the caffeine used to kind of depuff the eye. So it feels nice. Let's see how it blends out. I'm just going to use this Amazon makeup brush to blend that in. Huh. I mean, it is definitely a little too yellow for me, but it is giving a nice coverage. So I'm going to press that in. So it is covering up some of my dark circles. I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely covering them. I like when I'm trying a new product not to put any kind of corrector under it to see how it performs by itself. So I mean, it's nice. It's got a nice coverage. It's not as terrible a color as I thought it was going to be. I just prefer it a little cooler and maybe a little brighter. So maybe I'll maybe go a shade down, but what do you think? So that is the new L'Oreal True Match Serum Concealer. Now let's go in with this CoverGirl True Blend. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you the claims for this CoverGirl True Blend hydrating foundation. I have it in the color L4 Classic Beige. And it says CoverGirl's True Blend Foundation is the perfect liquid foundation for a natural, dewy finish, blurring imperfections and evening skin tone with its lightweight foundation formula. Your makeup will last all day. This foundation blends flawlessly so the world does not see makeup, just beautiful, natural looking skin. You'll experience a dewy finish that lasts all day long, blurring imperfections, evening skin tone. Not sure you'll be able to find the right shade? No worries. True Blend has formulated the perfect match 99% of all skin tones. Says it's a long-lasting foundation, gives a dewy finish that lasts all day long, blurring imperfections and evening skin tone. Blends seamlessly. This is a lightweight foundation, matches your skin tone perfectly so you won't know where your makeup ends and your own skin begins. Won't clog pores. Its oil-free formula helps prevent breakouts. That's good if you have issues with that. Multiple shades, available in 21 shades, 7 light, 7 medium, 7 deep. Can't tell where the foundation ends and the skin begins with this Invisablend technology. All right, so those are some pretty bold claims. Let's go ahead and, okay, it's a pump applicator. And let me pull out my little palette to put this on. And let's see, it looks like we're supposed to turn it to get it to pump out. I am going to go ahead and just do, ooh, that came out interesting. So that is what I got here. Let's see. Let's go ahead. This looks pretty cool, which is nice. Let me go ahead and get this on the skin. Don't have my glasses on. Okay, that's actually very cool toned, which is nice. Might be, we'll have to see here how this looks. Going in with my Nikki LaRose brush. I'm probably putting it a little bit too much, but I'd rather get some coverage and see how it works here. All right, let's just start blending this out. I'm using my Nikki LaRose brush. This is definitely a very cool tone foundation. It feels actually very cooling on the skin, which is nice. I don't know that this is exactly the right color for me, but we'll see once it kind of settles in. It almost looks like it's a little too pink. I don't know. What are you guys seeing? I'm looking in the mirror and seeing a lot of, I feel like it almost looks like a white cast of a sunscreen. When you put a sunscreen on that's got a white cast to it. But we'll see kind of how it settles in. This might just be part of the technology and that it will kind of morph into a 99% match to your skin, but we'll see. This is probably something I could have, probably a foundation I could have used a sponge with, and maybe that would have helped, but I like using my brushes. I mean, I think that it is, now that it's like sinking in a little bit, it still definitely has that cooling sensation to it, which is nice. It feels very nice on the skin. Definitely hydrating. I don't feel it like drying out any areas. And I do have very dry, mature skin with lots of fine lines and wrinkles. So that blended in very nicely. And I feel like it is kind of starting to sink into my skin and give it a little more of a realistic color blend. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye, and then we'll see how this is going. I'm going to use my Moira Set and Correct in the color Rose Pink. The only bad thing about these is that it just gets so much product when you peel the little plastic off. One tip I saw is that maybe you just poke a few holes in the plastic. That way you won't get so much product that comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and use my Nikki LaRose N14 brush. I'm just going to get this powder nice and evenly into the brush. And let me just go in with my finger and make sure we're patting out any potential creasing. Okay. Pat out this eye. Okay, so we have set that concealer, so hopefully we have a little less creasing. That would be nice. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up the face. I'm going to be using the two Essence products today. This is the Essence Baby Got Bronze Stick, and this is for contour, truly. It is a little too gray toned for it to be a bronzer. However, it says that it's a creamy and buildable texture for an effortless, skin-kissed glow. So, and this is in the color Moon Dust. So let's go ahead and get this on. I like that it's, you can be a little more precise with this. Okay, so I got it in all the familiar places. So let's just go ahead and start blending this in. Probably should put a little more up here, but that's okay. We just want to get that nice shadow. So we have a little bit of contouring where it gives our face a little bit more definition. I'm going to contour out those jowls, the lovely thing that aging does to us. It was funny last night at our Bible study, you know, we're talking about age, and, you know, we were studying the story of Abraham and, you know, how old his wife was, Sarah, when she conceived, like in her 80s, their firstborn son, Isaac. And, you know, us ladies were laughing about how youth is wasted on the young when us, in our maturity, older age, more experience, more wisdom, it would more be beneficial for us to have that youthfulness at this age, so things weren't falling. But that's not quite how the way the Lord works and our aging process. So, got that blended in. It almost kind of, not so much down on the jowl area, but almost kind of like disappeared on me. I'm going to go ahead and give just a little bit more up here and see what it does. Maybe just a little bit more here. I know sometimes in these brighter lights, it seems like it looks much brighter in here because it has all this light shining on it. Okay, that's a little bit better. Let's go in, do the nose. Okay, I like that much better. That gave it a little more contour. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with the Essence Contour Palette. I've showed you guys this before, and you can see it is well loved. And this is actually in the darker skin line. So they have a light and then they have a dark. I like the dark better for me. So we're just going to kind of set down this. I mean, it does feel a little sticky. So setting it down with a powder will help from like your hair getting stuck in it. Blend this down. Okay, so contour is on and bronzer. So we're good there. So now we're going to go in with blush, and I'm going to use the new Juvia's Place blush lighters, and this one is in the Soft Tulip Glow. You can see this color is just, I mean, obviously it's going to look a little darker. It's going to have more pigment because these are super pigmented. But you can see just how it has that really beautiful glow. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to put this on my palette and do just a very small dot. See there? And then I'm going to use this Amazon brush that I got. It came in a 3-pack. So you saw the medium, the smaller version earlier when I did my concealer. This is the bigger version, and then there's one that's even smaller than this one. And so it comes in a 3-pack. All right. I mean, that is just stunning. These blush lighters are just so pretty, so pretty. And you need just the littlest amount. These things, this is going to last you forever. Well, if you're using one color every single day, it may not last you forever, but I just really am loving these blush lighters. It gives a very nice glow without looking glittery. It just gives you kind of that lit from within glow. You see, it's just so pretty, so pretty. And that was it. Like, that's how easy that blends out onto the cheeks. I mean, what did that take? A minute or less? I just fuss with it. I mean, I could have stopped and been good, but I did want to. Now, these dry down. There's no stick to them whatsoever. But I thought I would try this. This is a new color to me. This is the Pure Nude Blake Blush in in Pink Flush. So I think this will also give a nice glow to the skin. Let me swatch it. I love this big formula. But you can see that's that right there. So I'm just gonna just lightly dust my face, and this is the Sigma powder blush brush. I'm just gonna do this little easy, just to kind of set that. I mean, so pretty, so pretty. I love this combination. That looks amazing. Oh, all right. Well, it is now time to do the eyes. I am super excited. This palette has got to be by far one of my all-time favorite palettes. And it is a ColourPop palette, and it is the Aurora Struck palette. And the colors in here are just stunning. Amazing. They're beautiful. As you can see, I have well worked into the purple sides of that, but today we're going to use some of these green colors, but I'm going to start with Bucket List. So I'm going to start with Bucket List in the crease. So this is Bucket List right here. So I'm going to start with that in the crease, and I'm going to be using my Sigma brushes. Just go in here. And I should say, I say crease because most people put this in their crease, but because of how much brow bone I have, I just usually put this up on my brow bone. That's really a pretty color. I've used this color before, and I forget, you forget when you're not using it every single day, especially when you're testing and trying out new products. But this is one that I just really love. This probably will never leave my collection. There are palettes that will, I'll get to a point where my eyeshadow bins are pretty full. So as I get some new eyeshadows in, I will definitely need to be decluttering a few palettes. But for now, and this one will never be decluttered. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun with some green. So I think I'm gonna go in with this darker green in the corner and play with that a little bit. So I'm gonna use my more, the small tapered blending brush from Sigma. And I'm just gonna tap into that. And that color is Phenomenon. And we're just gonna, I'm gonna work this a little bit into the crease, a little bit up on the brow bone. And then kind of in this outer corner, kind of making a V out here. I am going to take it into, I have deep set eyes, so I will take it into what on most people is a crease. Mine is very deep set in there. So go ahead and get it in there. I just blend, blend, blend. I haven't used this green before, but it's very pretty. It looks a little scary in the pan for maybe those of you who aren't used to bolder colors. And it's probably not one I would naturally gravitate towards in the green section of this. But wow, is it very pretty. See that? All right, let's get the other eye on. And then you know, I love ColourPop. They have very minimal fallout and almost none when you tap off your brush. That's just ColourPop's eyeshadow formula is just amazing. And they're so affordable to what's out there. Any of the high-end products, Natasha Denona, Huda Beauty, I mean, their palettes that have less shades in them are $70, and these are $35, and there's more colors, and these actually go on sale occasionally. And so you can get like, sometimes you can get 2 for 1. I mean, ColourPop has some great sales on their palettes. You just, you know, get on their email list. You know, I don't buy all of their palettes when they release because they are a company that releases tons and tons and tons of things during the year. But I will buy ones that speak to me and that are in the cool tone, mauve, any type of those kind of colors, I am definitely getting. And this one is just one of those ones. I'm going to bring this down into kind of just this outer third area of my lower lash line. We're going to do a very glam look today. And so, I mean, not that you couldn't wear green eyeshadow any time of the year. But I figured this would just be a fun way to incorporate green into a St. Patrick's Day look. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I think we're good there. I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush and just kind of smooth out these edges up here. And this was the one that we used with the brow bone color. So we're just gonna go ahead and just kind of give that a little more of a blend. Okay, so that's the green phenomenon. Now I think I'm gonna go in with the one right above it that says in orbit. So this color right here. I think I'm just gonna tap that into about the middle of the eye. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. I'm just going to tap this in right to about the middle of the eye. Actually, we'll go about 2/3 in, and then we'll lighten it up with ooh, that's pretty. See that? That's gorgeous. That's in orbit, and I'm only putting the tiniest amount on my finger. And the payoff and the color on this is just so pretty. Wow. That's a pretty color. Oh, yes. Very, very pretty. Now I'm just going to go in with this Sigma brush, and it is the Precision Firm Blender. And I'm just going to go in, tap just a little bit in there, and then just run this underneath that, you know, same 2/3 of the eye. Just to give that some just to give that a good blend. So I am loving this so far. Super, super fun and pretty. Now let's trying to think. Do I want to come back? Well, we're pretty much done. So let me go ahead and finish off the look here. I think we're going to go in. I'm going to use a little bit of this Cosmic Bay over the top. It looks like it's a duochrome. Let's swatch it. Ooh, that looks pretty. I don't know if you can see that duochrome. A greenish brown. I think I'm going to go, let's see, do I want to do that one? Let me just go in here with this. I'm going to use, I just switched my shadow brush. I'm just going to go in with that same tapered and go right in here. Oh, yeah, I was afraid it might be too brown. All right, so we're going to scratch that, but that is a beautiful color. That would be a great topper color for a neutral eye look that you could definitely get from this palette. Let's go ahead and let's tap into Latitude. I'll put this on. Ooh, wow. Look at that. That is pretty. Still not sure I'm feeling that kind of color. Let's go into, let's test out So Lit, which is this one right here. And let's test this one out here. Oh, that has more of a purple shift to it. That's So Lit is this one right here. Well, I think I'm actually just going to, well, let's see. Let's see what Feeling Wavy looks like, which is this one. Let's swatch this one. Fingers off here. Ooh, maybe I'll use this one. Yeah. So that's Feeling Wavy. So I think I'll use that on the inner corner and the brow bone. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna use my, I guess I'll just use this brush and go in with Feeling Wavy. And get this inner corner. Oh yeah, that's much better. Get it in this inner corner and blend it up and then blend it on into my lower lash line. Now, granted, I know this is not going to be a look for everyone. I love bold eye looks, and this doesn't scare me. And this is who I am. So that, you know, that is why. But if you want to play and have some fun, it's always fun to do a really glam, fun, colorful look. And this one is a really fun one for St. Patrick's Day. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing a video on this palette specifically to see how many different eye looks I could get. I mean, I could probably get quite a bit. I mean, I got some blues, we've got some grays. Obviously, there's more greens I could try. Then there's the purples, there's neutrals. If you'd be interested in seeing how many eye looks I could do with this palette, so you can have an idea of what you could do with this palette if you're maybe like me and like to try big fold, try bolder looks. This might be a really fun palette for you. And I would love to play with that and figure that out. Okay, so that is the completed shadow look. Now, I do want to play with this liner just because I want to see how green it is. I mean, obviously, I've got a lot of green going on. I want to see how it is. Let's see. I mean, so there's the swatch of it. And I just want to get into this up along my lash line. Not too crazy, just to kind of, as you can see, I do wear, I mean, it's not really showing up that much because I do have a lot of green on. Maybe I'll try it with a more neutral look. But I like it. It's got that kind of metallic. I love the black one of this. It is so black and it is so good and it is so hard to get off. So it is definitely long wearing. So I just wanted to see, I mean, it is a beautiful color green. So just gave a little bit, wanted to try it, but that's, again, that's what it looks like. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to use this travel size of the L'Oreal Voluminous Original. Get this on my bottom lash line to complete the look. I'm trying really hard not to keep my mouth open. Why, I don't know if you have that problem that you always want to have your mouth open when you're doing your lower lash mascara. I like this mascara, but I actually prefer the Fenty Hella Thick little travel size one I have for when I do my bottom brows. My bottom eyelashes. I just think it gives a little more separation, a little more drama. But we've already got a lot of drama going on with this eye color, and so I just wanted to just give a little softness down there to the bottom lashes. So here is, oops, where did I get on my face right there? Let's see. Oh, I don't know how that happened. I'll just go ahead and give a little touch up here. I don't know what I did there. Okay, so here is the look. Let me put some setting spray on and then let me go get dressed and ready, and then we'll put on the lips and we'll talk about some of the newer products and my first impressions on them. So get sure it's get a good mist. Now this is the Milani Make It Last in the Dewy formula. I have also the original, but this one will just kind of give that overall dew to look to the face. So let me go get ready and I'll be right back. Okay, back. Figured I would embrace the green for St. Patrick's Day. Why not do a little matchy-matchy? So we have on this green top. I have all my jewelry on. And let's go ahead and get my lips on, and then we'll talk about some of these newer products. So I'm using the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Brink. And so get this on. Okay, let's see what the color looks like. Brink. And then my favorite neutral color of the Maybelline Vinyl Inks. This is by far one of my favorite lips to do. And this Maybelline, if you haven't seen the 5 new shades and then my 10 other shades that I have in my collection, I'll list it up somewhere up here. I'll put that in there so you can see what all of these look like. You have to give these a really good shake. Go ahead and get this on. And this is in the color 35 Cheeky. And this is my favorite neutral color of theirs. It's kind of a your lips but better color for me. So we're going to give that a little chance to dry down, and then we're going to use my other favorite Maybelline product, and that is the lifter glosses. And this was in one of their newer like candy releases that they did. They did a taffy color, a bubblegum color, and I believe that this is gummy bear. Oh no, sorry, peach ring. They did a gummy bear one, but I thought that this would just be a really pretty over the top to kind of bring in the color of the cheeks and just add a little fun to this. So let me go ahead and I'll swatch this for you. So that is peach ring. I don't know about you, but I love peach rings. It's one of my favorite candies. Actually, I pretty much love anything peach. Peach tea, peach cobbler. I am definitely a peach girl. A peach smoothie. That is my jam for sure. All right, so the lips are done. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the newer products that we tried out. So the L'Oreal True Match Hydrating Concealer. It's looking nice under the eyes. Not 100% sure. Gonna keep playing with this and see how it lasts through the day and how it holds up. But it was definitely cooling on the eyes. It felt very nice going on. It feels very lightweight. Like it doesn't feel like I have a heavy concealer underneath my eyes. So definitely will keep playing with this, but first impressions, it's very nice. Would I say this is going to take over new Holy Grail status? Not yet. So the L'Oreal, or I'm sorry, the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation, it did settle down and it does look very skin-like. It has a nice coverage. I would say it's probably a medium coverage, maybe a really good light medium coverage. You can obviously see my freckling is still coming through, but I did like how the color, even though it looks super pink going on, it did kind of go in and sink into my skin and it looks very, very natural. So definitely that claim is good. So I tried this Master Precise. I mean, obviously I'm wearing a lot of green, so it didn't really show up, but this is definitely this line, this Master Precise line of liners. One of my favorites. The black by far is my all-time favorite liquid liner. The tip is just so nice. It's a great liquid liner. Love it. I'm still working on perfecting a wing. That's not one of my strong suits, especially since I have downturned eyes. But it's something that I'm playing with and practicing. So really like this line. The contour products, okay. I still like my ColourPop and Makeup Revolution bronzer, the contours and bronzers better, but definitely if you are looking for something that's this color, you know, I feel like it kind of disappeared. So I don't know that I would necessarily recommend this because I don't feel like it's doing a whole lot for me. But it's nice. It's little, it's compact. That's kind of nice, but definitely not something that I would be reaching for in the future. Definitely love my contour powders from Essence. As you can see, I've hit pan on this one. So definitely still am loving this. The cheek combination, love these blush lighters from Juvia's Place. I have them in, let's see, I have them in 5 colors. I hope they come out with some more colors because these would definitely be a holy grail liquid blush for me. Um, even the even the matte ones that I have. If you didn't see that I believe it was last week, I did a comparison of the original version versus the blush lighter version and the colors that I had. So I'll put that up in a card here for you to see. And then this Pure Nude, this Baked Blush by Essence, beautiful. I mean, I have a couple of these in a couple of colors. They're just a great powder blush. Toppers, they're just stunning. They don't have any glitter in them. They just have a very nice sheen to them. I'm trying to look and see. Oh, let's talk about brows. This e.l.f. New brow waterproof brow pencil that they came out with. Yeah, I actually am really liking how the color showed up in my eyebrows. So definitely will be keeping to play with this one. Of course, I love the Juvia's Place sculpting eye sculpt brow gel. It keeps my eyebrows up in place. This is a really great product. And yeah, so I'm loving this. We'll see how it holds up, but I am really enjoying the color on this. So definitely would recommend these. e.l.f. always does a really great job with their products. Other things that I had, we tried the Voluminous is the mascara I have on my lower lashes. Gives a little more of a subtle look. Then my lip combination, Brick in the lippy pencil, then the vinyl ink in Cheeky, and the gloss in Peach Ring. These are holy grails. Definitely when they launch new ones, I will pick them up because they're so good. And then of course, I think the star of the show is the eyeshadow look. And that is this ColourPop Aurora Struck palette. I mean, it sits over there and I look at it, and I really am going to be playing with this more as we go into spring because the colors are just so stunning. You could have so much fun playing with this. And so I will be breaking this out and playing with this more. So that is it. I think we had really overall some great products and just one kind of dud. I mean, also the Moira, the setting powder, it's okay. Doesn't blow my mind, but I like it. So just, definitely not the bronzer, the Essence bronzer, but everything else was great. So I hope that you have a great St. Patrick's Day and that you are inspired to have some fun and play with some green eyeshadow. And here is the final look. I want you to remember that you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.